once was an affliction that just affected women, a mysterious disease called hysteria. It was when women had opinions or moods or needs or anything in that awful area.
Riki Lindhome's comedic voice rings through loud and clear as part of the comedy folk duo Garfunkel and Oates, but it's just one of many. Be it as a musician, actor, producer, or writer, she's managed to put a comedic spin on everything from dating to motherhood, even finding laughs in her own infertility as part of the one-woman show Dead Inside, which got rave reviews in Washington, D.C. this summer. We caught up with Lindholm there and home in Los Angeles to learn more of the how and why.
It's really surreal. This tiny play that I wrote in my apartment, and now it's like a real set, a real score, graphics and lighting design and music.
Audience
yeah, and an
here,
audience.
right.
Oh my gosh, and an audience.
Riki Lindhome is a woman with range. Whether it's in Washington, D.C., boldly taking the stage in her own one-woman show.
Yes, famously, women who try new things are met with support and guidance with no strings attached.
We've had baseball since the shingles vaccine.
Or in Los Angeles, shooting the video for her comedic song, Middle-Age Love.
Close your eyes. I know they get real dry during allergy season. Yeah.
Is there a thing you love most within all of these different jobs?
I actually love that I have more than one thing. Everyone's sort of figured out that it's better to, if you can, have some control, have some say, some creativity, some outlet, something where it's not just waiting to be selected.
Growing up, Lindholm was singularly focused, wanting to be, in her words, a movie star. She loved acting and music, and while her small town of Portville in western New York didn't even have a high school theater program, that didn't stop Lindholm from pursuing her passion.
What did your parents think when you said, I want to move to LA and I'm just going to become an actress?
Well, if you ask them now, they'll be like, we were fully supportive. I think my mom was scared. My dad is very of the mind of like, find something you love, do it so well that people have no choice but to pay you for it.
People like Clint Eastwood, who after seeing Lindholm at a local theater, cast her for a small part in the Academy Award-winning movie, $1 Million Baby.
She gotta do it with her teeth, Mama. Huh? You gotta put it in her mouth.
It was unbelievable. You know, working with Clint Eastwood, he's so calm and he really makes you feel like you're the only person who could do that role when it is not true. And it just made me feel very confident. And then when I'm not feeling confident, I sort of have that voice in my head tricking myself into it.
Do you still get that voice? Can you conjure that voice now in all these things that you do?
Yes, yes.
Helping her to forge a career since that is far from scripted.
And don't make this a race thing. You always make this a race thing.
Acting roles from The Big Bang Theory.
He's cute, isn't he?
To more recently, the Netflix hit Wednesday.
You're not actually accusing me of murdering the mayor.
The roses you left in Eugene's room were your mistake.
She says comedy was something that often chose her, but pursuing it in song was deliberate, turning her hobby into a comedy folk duo with Kate Micucci.
Pregnant women are smug. Everyone knows it, nobody says it because they're pregnant.
Their satirical songs, sweet melodies mixed with observational and often raunchy lyrics.
I made a pact to keep my hymen intact.
Not quite made for morning TV.
So take your out, shove it.
The critically acclaimed duo's name, Garfunkel and Oates, which unbeknownst to them, had already been a part of a joke on The Simpsons.
Will you welcome Garfunkel, Messina, Oates, and Lisa singing their #2 hit, Born to Runner Up.
So please explain to those who may be going, what Garfunkel and Oates, why is that
So
funny?
it's for Art Garfunkel and John Oates from Simon and Garfunkel and Hall & Oates, two bands that I love. And it's sort of like the second banana of the two. We didn't know until like 10 years into doing it that it was a Simpsons joke.
So I meet this naval captain named Georg. No, I'm not sure why he says it that way.
As a solo act, Lindholm herself continues to cultivate laughs.
Hush, little baby, don't say a word.
Like with her song, Don't Google Mommy.
Don't Google mommy, please say you won't. You might think you want to, you don't.
It's so brilliant.
It's everyone's fear. It's
yes.
Like, I actually had a lot of OnlyFans people reach out to me and be like, this is my motto.
So don't Google mommy, please make that choice. I don't want you listening to Slippery When Moist.
The song actually came to me when I was applying to adopt because they can Google you. And I was like, okay, well, that's not great for me because I have so many like dirty songs and stuff. I was like, this might go very badly. And then I was like, oh wait, if I have a child, they will also be able to Google me.
I don't regret one single bit. Still don't want you seeing it.
Thanks to a surrogate, Lindholm is now a mom. She talks about it all in Dead Inside, which had a limited run in Washington, D.C. this summer. Best described as a heartbreaking musical comedy, it details her complicated path to motherhood, including her struggles with infertility.
But right as I reached the geriatric pregnancy age, I also reached the slightly geriatric everything age.
There's so much shame around it. Like, it's like you're like less of a woman or it's your fault or there's just so much taboo. And that sort of sparked something in me that was like, I'm telling anyone who wants to know.
Now, all the pregnancy hormones made me super emotional.
How difficult is that to tell everything in a show like this?
It isn't fun. I try to make it as light and funny as possible. But when you're really telling this stuff and explaining it,
You're reliving painful moments.
and I relive it, I take them through the whole journey.
Emotionally adventurous female in crisis seeks genetically blessed but avoidant male with an altruistic breeding instinct to father a child, then pretty much bail.
When I talk about the most intimate parts of it, when I finally have to sit with everything that happened, I just sit right here. Because I wanted to relive how I was feeling in each part of the journey in real time for the audience.
It worked. Her performance and vulnerability have resonated with audiences and critics alike, leaving Lindholm hoping this part of her journey is far from over.
You're entertaining, you're making somebody laugh,
is a comedy.
cry, right. It's all in there,
Yeah.
but also it's removing stigma too.
Yeah. I'd been through just so much, and I was like, I refuse to be embarrassed. This is not my fault. I refuse. And I felt uniquely qualified to tell this story. And it felt like I had to. I was like, I have to share because people aren't sharing.
Right.
And someone's got to step up. And I'm like, I guess it's me. Because I don't want to have gone through all this for no reason.
And to fill in some gaps, you know, she started this journey towards becoming a mom when she was single, but weeks before she welcomed her son, she started dating a fellow actor from Wednesday. You know him, Fred Armisen. The two got married and are together raising Keaton. So she always says it's like this backwards thing, but again, it's something people can relate to, and it just takes away stigma, again, over the way you're supposed to do things.
She really is using her voice in ways to help other people.
Without a
humor
doubt.
And so much more.
Yeah.
Love her.
No doubt.